This guy's got a mannequin hanging by his gate post. And a sign says, "He do it the old way." I'm not sure how to take that. I've officially made it back to the Divide Trail here in the Carson National Forest. I'm gonna take this road. Hopewell Lake is about 5 or 6 miles to the west. I've heard a lot of good things about that. I'll camp there tonight. Then I'll keep going west from there. I'll make my way to the town of Chama. There's a store there. I need toothpaste. But Chama is the entrance to Highway 17. By all accounts, Highway 17 is a very picturesque and beautiful ride. I'm taking a little break. I've been riding for about just over 2.5 hours, and I've covered like 26 miles. So I've been moving. The first 10 miles was a lot of up and down climbing. I got up to about 10,400 or 500 feet, and then I lost about 2,000 feet over the next 10 miles, and I've been coming down ever since. Here's the situation. I am camping at the Rio Chama RV Park in Chama, New Mexico, about 10 miles from the border of Colorado. I've been here since Saturday. As you know, my hand has been giving me some issues. You can probably see my pinky and ring finger won't straighten all the way. I've been developing what is known as an ulnar claw. We have nerves in our arm that control sensation and movement in our fingers. One of those nerves, the ulnar nerve, controls your pinky and ring finger. Due to the way my handlebars have been set up, all the time I've spent on the bike has created this condition that's commonly known as handlebar palsy. What it does is it gives you like tingling and numbness in your fingers, and that's like a very mild symptom. And then it starts paralyzing movement in your fingers as more moderate and severe cases go. When I got here to Chama, I went to a restaurant and I was trying to use chopsticks, which I'm fairly proficient at using, having lived in Asia, and I couldn't use them. So I had done some research, and it seemed like it was pretty vital to give myself some rest to recover, to avoid potential permanent damage. I figured here in Chama, it's beautiful, the weather's nice, the mosquitoes are bad, but you know, you can't have everything. I found this campsite, and I'm hanging out here and hoping that my fingers get better, that mobility returns so I can continue. In the meantime, I've ordered some additions to my handlebar to give me different positions I can hold the handlebar while I'm riding to try to avoid this in the future. And then I've increased the height of the handlebar so that I'm not leaning into it as much and not putting so much weight on my hands as I'm riding. Depending on the severity of the damage, it could take a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2-3 months for full recovery. And this is right next to where I'm camping. This is a railroad, a traditional railroad you can take between Chama and Antonito, Colorado, owned jointly by New Mexico State and Colorado State. I'm still here. This has been a little call to slow down and enjoy. I'm feeling ready to hit the road, but while I'm here recuperating, I'm just enjoying this nice view. I just scared up an elk. He was bedded down up here on top of this hill. A lot of bones up here. Look like horse bones, but they must be those elk. And I'm in the Edward Sargent Wildlife Management Area, just north of Chama. You can see Chama behind me there. I've been waiting around here for about 9 days now, hoping my hand would get better, and it's been getting better. I moved my campsite. I'm hoping to camp here. There's a campground down there by the road. But I rode about 2 miles to get here, mostly on paved roads, and then about a quarter-mile gravel uphill. And I got to be honest, pulling on those handlebars, it's a short ride, but my fingers were weak. They felt super weak. And I can only imagine, well, I can do more than imagine. I put a few hours of that kind of stress on my fingers. I'll be right back where I started. So I don't know.